during the international break, what were the squad up to? How were they occupying their time?
Yeah, well, we had a bounce game obviously in that period of time, gave them a little bit of time off as well, and we worked them probably a little bit harder, obviously with a little bit more recovery time. So that's been a good break for us, and we're ready to go now, to be honest.
Was it beneficial, do you feel, to have that break, because the summer break was so short because of the Europa League?
Yeah, it was helpful in different ways, I suppose. When you get international breaks, sometimes if you're on a good run, you want to continue playing. If you're on a bad one, it comes at a decent time, you know. So there is a lot of stuff that you can get done when you have that break, where maybe you've got games so quick together that you don't get as much time to work with them. So, but no, we've got benefits out of it. We've got, obviously, Tim and James played a little bit of game time against Rangers in a bounce game. Unfortunately, we've lost Ryan and Danny as well from our last game, you know. So we feel like we're getting two back and we're losing two all the time, to be honest.
What's the problem with Ryan McGibbon? Because he was forced to pull out of the Northern Ireland squad, wasn't he?
Yeah, he got banged late on in the game against Ross County. I think it was the last minute, and ended up jarring his knee. So he's had a little bit of, obviously a fair bit of treatment on that over the last while, and he's not a million miles away, so hopefully he should be okay for the following week. But and Danny got a bang on the foot in the game against Ross County as well, which he had probably about 3 weeks previous, and I just got in the same area. So it's just fairly, very tender, and it's taking a little bit more time to heal, to be honest.
See, just looking at our last 3 home matches, we've picked up quite a few injuries, haven't we? Do you feel that we are on the end of quite some robust challenges overall?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just I think you're getting runs like that with teams. I've seen it before where they're playing, and you're getting a run where you never pick up any injury, and then you seem to pick up, you know, little injuries from stupid little things. So it happens, and you just got to play your way through it. We've got a decent squad. You know, we're missing a few players for the weekend, but we've got a real good squad to be able to pick from.
So Tim Clancy, James McPake, how far away do you
not far away, to be honest, and you know, they probably need another game, you know, a bit more training, but the two of them will be available, you know, if we need them. But I just think they need a bit more game time in their legs, you know. Particularly Tim's been out a long time, and we just need to make sure that he's right fitness wise and a bit more sharpness in relation to getting him some game time. We'll do that this week for him as well. James is one that we monitor, obviously, with the injury, you know, but he's not a million miles away, to be honest. James is fairly close, so I think.
What's the likelihood of either of those two perhaps featuring in the East of Scotland team? Because Kevin Thompson, obviously, you got the benefit of that. Playing against Hoyk on a Saturday, called up for Scotland on a Monday. Yeah,
well, it was a good story, all right, where he's, like you say, playing the East of Scotland, then gets to play for Scotland or in the Scotland squad the following week. So it was a good story. But we've also got to manage and make sure that everybody's getting game time with the East of Scotland league. It's been a good league for us because we've been able to get the younger boys that are in our academy a lot of game time, where last year, you know, some of the first year pros that come in missed out on playing too many games. So it's important that we get game time, and it's worked quite well because with the under-20 team we've got first team players game time and the academy boys, and then with the 20s we've been able to mix it a little bit. Kevin's probably been the only one that's gone in and played that from the first team squad, but there will be a few more to play this weekend, to be honest.
You mentioned obviously the under-20s, both Cody Mulhall, Jason Cummings, both on the score sheet against Motherwell earlier on in the week. How far away are they, do you feel, from really being given an opportunity?
Well, they're not too far. Jason was on the bench, I think, against Kilmarnock, you know, so like I said, if they're playing well enough, will their ages come into it, as far as I'm concerned. I think we've shown that we've introduced 6-7 young players into the team, and we'll continue to do that once they're shown up in the under-20 squad. Cody is a very, very good player who we worked really hard to get to the club because there's a lot of clubs chasing him. So, but again, he's got to get his head down. His fitness levels need to improve as well. But he is a good player and a special talent, and we've got to nurture that and make sure that when we get him into the first team, and Jason and a few others, that they're ready to do that. You know, at the moment, they're not too far away, to be honest.
Whereabouts are we, do you feel, as a team right now? We're unbeaten in 3, but obviously there's still room for improvement. What would be your overall assessment of Hibs at this point in time, Pat?
I think there's loads of room for improvement. We know that. We need to get in a run. Winning matches, not losing them, gives you confidence. And you know, like you said, we're unbeaten in 3 games. We got to try. You know, the pluses in it is that we're not conceding a lot of goals. We needed to tighten up, obviously, from last season. We've done that, bar obviously the European game, you know, was a disaster from that point of view. But I think in the league games we've looked solid defensively. We've got to make sure that we're creating more chances. That's crying out. We know we need to give your strikers, whoever's playing up there, a little bit more ammunition to go and put the ball away for us. And we were a little bit unfortunate in relation that we've lost Paul and Alex early in the season, and now Danny as well, who's played on the right for us. So, but I think Paul Heffernan coming in and Zubi coming in will give us a different option to be able to go and play different ways, you know. So, like I said, the squad is a very, very good squad, very strong. If we get everyone fit, it'll be a job picking a team, but that's what I want. But you don't win anything on paper. We've got to make sure that the players we have are good players, but they apply themselves in the right way.